What's good, man? It's OG Drip, man. This channel where we talk about the spiritual truth and how to utilize energy on a day-to-day basis, man. And today, man, y'all check this out, man, because it's going to get deep, man. Because we got to talk about what be actually going on, who is God actually of the Bible. And I'm finna break down a lot of different things because right after this, I'm finna show y'all a video of exactly what goes on. So if you don't know the certain mindset that religious people have, it don't matter how it play out. If it is not race why people is coming against each other, if it's not colorism why people coming against each other, you have gender, you have different type of things playing against each other where people is already separated at an all-time high. Even when it come down to people learning how to do this themselves, a lot of people don't realize this tactic, right? So before we even go into this, I wanted to break this down to show y'all exactly how deep it goes. Right now, we're going to break down a video of the Hebrew Israelites to see how they just carry out. We're not even going to play the whole video. I'm going to just let y'all see how deep it goes when we talk about reverse racism and all of this, especially when they talk about the religion that we all is accepting right now, right? Because this is something that was brought to us in the 16th centuries. And I'm also break that down and how it also approves of slavery. You get what I'm saying? So you tell me what's going on with that. Let's go ahead and get into it, though.
God hates white people. He created them to be hated.
Like, white people are a virus. The only way to get rid of it is the medicine. Real niggas are the medicine.
You got a whip right here.
Nah, yeah, this for you.
When I see a white baby, I be like, he's gonna try to enslave my people when he gets older. The only thing that a white person could give me is their life.
The men and the women who profited off of our slavery, they're going to bow at our feet.
You'll kiss this boo right here.
One at a time.
Keep on coming, Mr. White Man.
Everybody said that they love black people, but there's no action behind it.
Both of y'all, sit.
These are the Black Hebrew Israelites, a black supremacist group that hates white people.
You see what? You see what they consider as now? You see what I'm saying? They got the same mindset as George Washington. This is what I'm talking about. The same mindset as the colonizers. So when it comes down to things like this, we're not getting nowhere with this. But yeah, it has some points of, yeah, we was slaves, as black people and things was taken and stole from us. But we already know, y'all, we keep doing this, it's going to be another ending war. It's going to be another ending battle. And then you'll have the nerve to work for some of these companies and stuff that's owned by the same color you're talking about, because we don't really own that. That's what we're trying to get in power of. But if we focusing on trying to enslave another group, or instead of working on our empowerments and getting ourselves together, it ain't like when you go to the hood, you ain't got to worry about the same brothers you growed up with robbing you. My bad for yelling a little bit, y'all, but god dang. What be wrong with these people, man? I can't even sit here and watch no more of this. I'm finna go on to the next section, man. Check this out, though, man. Because they're crazy. So let's get ahead into it. What is reverse racism anyway? You see what reverse racism is? Reverse discrimination based on race and ethnicity. It's known as reverse racism. The ideal of reverse racism focuses on prejudged attributes or discrimination against certain racial groups, but overlooks a central aspect of racism. So that they don't understand that they're racist, but they won't accept that. So they'll tell you that God was racist. So this is the reason why they're able to do the things that they're doing. They say God accepted it. But guess what, y'all? They actually not wrong about that when you talk about who is the God that's actually in control of these Bibles. Now let's go ahead and get into it, because a lot of people not going to like this. Because one of their things and their hobbies and their trauma bonds is going to church every Sunday and meeting up. You get what I'm saying? So, hey, at the end of the day, still share the video. People like that need to see it. In many religious traditions, God is not considered to have a race or any physical characteristics, including a gender or body, as God is viewed as a spiritual or transcendent being. So a lot of y'all like to make God out of a human, or make God like God have human attributes, especially when we read things like the Bible, when we read God talking about his jealousy and all that. We need to know God do not have those things. This sounds more like a human that wrote a book to have people follow behind of the leadership of saying, hey, we are your gods. Now let's get into it. Because when it comes down to this is where it get real deep. Even if you just ask simple questions about the authorities of God, you'll find out it's the government of the day's time. And I already did a breakdown on that. So when we talk about, look, it's right here. You get what I'm saying? It's different things right here for you. So the Bible teaches the governing authorities are appointed by God to maintain order and justice. So they're saying that people are appointed by God to be the people that protect God's name. No, Native Americans was as the people that was appointing it. They came and made us go to their God, which is their way of enslaving people and having people be colonized and fall under their wings. This is what came with their rulership and their leaders. So just like you see right there, they just the same thing. It's not a lot. You just have to understand the real deep context of what's going on. So now when you see all of these things, like I said, when you really start thinking about it, it don't matter if you're mad right now at this point. Think about this. The God that's in that Bible is a God that allowed slavery. Let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to keep saying that because I'm working my way right into it, though. Because a lot of people have a hard time accepting some things. So let's talk about it. Because one thing about it is, why do the Bible not talk about Native Americans? But yet, before the Bible was brought over here, the Native Americans was already over here. You get what I'm saying? So now when we go to the George Washington versus the Indians, we see the French and Indian War. This was the first way they taught blacks or Native Americans how to destroy their other kinds. So when it comes down to that, and I'm also do a video breaking down the language later, but let me just go ahead and click on this real quick. Do you see this? Look, they taught us how to kill each other off by playing and planting things. You get what I'm saying? So the same way we do now, the same way right now, if you in the hood and you got the most money, 9 times out of 10, the broke homies out of the hood gonna be the ones that come rob you and try to get you for all your stuff. They're not gonna go down the road. It's naturally in their head to take from their own kind. It's real talk. Even when you in a work industry, right? You think because you're rich or you think because you're in a business and stuff like that, you're at competition at people that look just like you. You're not at a competition for this how you can rule. No, y'all being ruled in a competition amongst each other. So as soon as one fell by not playing by these certain rules, now it's proven that this one is the best, or this one is noted as godly chosen. And that is why the Bible play out as making it like, okay, whoever is chosen by God is God's people, but it's not chosen by God, right? In that sense, they're talking about who people they actually chose to get on the line. Why you think you have credentials or what's the name, schooling and stuff that you have to go through, like the police academy and anything like that, in order for you to be able to become a police? You're not getting appointed by God. It's not God sitting there as a person pointing nothing at you. No, it's a human that has developed laws and things to work the way that they can work things and keep it in control. That's why we have these things. So when it comes down to, you know, how the world was before then, it don't take that much thinking. It was no laws, it was none of this until all of these things came about. So will the world still be in the place it is? Man, it's a lot. Trust me, it get deep. But anyway, let's go on to the next thing I wanted to talk about. Because look, let's talk about George Washington. Did he believe in Christianity? Real quick. George Washington, like many in his era, was familiar with the Bible, particularly the King James Version. And incorporated Bible phrases and allusions. I don't even know what that word is, but guess what? At the end of the day, I understand that it's all colonization to a different degree. I understand it's all slavery to a different way. So no matter how I pronounce the words, whatever, and that's another thing. They took language and added on to each language, just like what we see right now today. English, study, get things added onto it, which is the most broadest language there is, which is what's going to be soon worldwidely be the only language there is. Now let's get into it. He used a Bible loaned by the St. John Lodge for his integration, right? And let's get to that. The St. John Lodge. What is the St. John Lodge? The oldest operating Masonic lodge under the jurisdiction of the Grand Lodge of the New York Freemasons and Accepted Masons. So now when we talk about who get extra privileges, so you Masons that's in there should be questioning yourself too, because at the end of the day, y'all don't get no piece of this unless y'all willing to sacrifice your own life and your own likelihood, your own true characteristics of what God supposed to give y'all in order for y'all to even get into these same positions. So that's crazy, especially when it comes to blacks. It's not no black person that's getting up there. So if you even a Freemason, you black, that's even more of a disgrace. So let's go get on into it now. As y'all see this, we breaking down the laws, we breaking down all of that. Because you know why? Like I said, Christianity arrived in North America with European colonization. Like Christianity. I don't understand how people miss that. Beginning in the 16th and 17th centuries, with Catholics arriving in Florida. You know where I'm from? Florida, baby. You can't tell me about my own land. All right, let's get into it. Around the 1513. You know how many years before that even happened? That was going along without their teachings and methods? So now when we understand this is the reason why I'm bringing all of this up. Because let's wrap it up. Because a lot of people don't understand. When you see some of these words, they scare some people. And people get all, what's the name about it? Now, hold on. Let me go back real quick. Because I want to show y'all about this Anglican. Now, I ain't never heard nobody on the internet talk about Anglican, but let's go ahead and get Anglicanism. You see what I'm saying? Anglicanism is a particular Christian tradition born out of the Protestant Reformation in England. As we value our place in a global community of churches. This is where George Washington went in order for him to start picking up, his Bible and start to pick up why he followed the Bible and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? To get deep. Where is it though? I had it pulled up too, but they want to play with things and stuff like that. Ignore the back if y'all can, the background or whatever. But yeah, it's basically break down that Washington was part of this himself. So when we talk about Anglicanism or whatever it say, look, they talk about the gospel of Jesus Christ. They talk about to commit it to the authority of Scripture. Here we go once again with the authority, and we talk about faith and practices and stuff. But when we look at this, yes, slave ownership was prevailing amongst y'all know the damn word we just said, and that prevailing word means accepted. So it was accepted. And look, some Anglicans were slave owners, and the church itself was complete with the ownership of slaves and all that entailed. Slave owners often refused slaves' requests to be baptized because they understood the liberatory potential of Christianity. Now, do y'all see that? It's black people. So black people that's in Christianity, before y'all think I'm just attacking the Hebrew Israelites, why is y'all still even in it? Like, look what's going on. It never was for y'all anyway. This was for the colonizers. This was for y'all to be underneath it. Just like I just said about the Freemasons. You would never get that level that this man has over you. And it's not race basis. So if you're white and you see what's going on here, stop being a part of these certain programs and these certain stereotypes that stay out. Because it's not helping when you got people like this ignorant playing out in things. So what happens is you don't need a jail for these people. They need to learn how to control their mind around here. That's what's going on. Their mind is just like the mind I was explaining earlier with the George Washington mind. You get what I'm saying? Now, real quick too, to make my point, because you know me, I don't like looking crazy or none of that. This is all we're gonna have to put up. Because now it's gonna look. George Washington was a devoted member of the Anglican Church in 1772. Man, listen, y'all see what I'm saying? A devoted member. Church serving as he went to multiple churches. He also attended services at Christ Church in Alexandria and other churches throughout his life. So this is a practice. So if you old and you thought it was just a good thing going on, no, it's a practice that already been practiced for so long, and you just became part of it. So when you start being part of it, of course you feel like you're missing something. Washington family had deep roots in the Anglican Church, and remind y'all, Washington was a Ku Klux Klan leader. Oh shit, I put too many K's. Either way, y'all. It don't even matter how you want to play it out or whatever you want to do. However, regardless, boom, this is going to bring me to my other thing too. Okay, this computer won't act weird. But either way, this brings me to my other thing too of, I'm going to search it from a different way, y'all. But either way, when we talk about how these things play out, man, look how they all pin us against each other, bro. Look, just look at it. They got us fighting ourselves within a group and then telling us that it's racist people out there while teaching us in school to make us mad about it. And then we get mad at those about it and then get, get prosecuted harder for messing with a certain race more than another certain race. And then allow the authorities, which supposed to be God people, to kill off more innocent black people than what is normal. So none of it makes sense. All of it is reverse of each other. It all is. So that's how it plays. And there's no God and Satan and none of that there. It's them playing the role of God, them playing the role of Satan when you're not able to have, man, it's deep, man. But anyway, y'all, that's all I'm going to say about this, man. OG Drip, y'all stay in tune for the Native American hairstyles and all of that type of stuff there. Because they ain't got no creative funk. All this stuff comes from Native Americans. I'm gone, y'all.